It's Chamber Awareness Week here in Indiana. More on local efforts to recognize that. Plus, Denny Spinner joins us for this week's Monday with the Mayor, and Kurt Guxell has more on another college decision tonight on sports. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin with Indiana State Police continuing their investigation of a Warwick County woman's abduction over the weekend, a story that includes her abductor taking his own life. ISP says 36-year-old Tara Garland was kidnapped at gunpoint outside of her Chandler area residence at around 11 o'clock Saturday night by 45-year-old Bradley Cease of Jeffersonville, who was her former fiancé. After abducting Garland, state police say Cease ordered her to drive to a rural area off of Morgan Road in Crawford County. Cease then continued holding Garland at gunpoint. State police say Garland did manage to get away from Cease at around 6 o'clock yesterday morning. She got in the vehicle and tried to drive away, but police say Cease fired several shots at the vehicle, hitting the vehicle twice. Police say one of the bullets hit Garland in the back after going through the driver's seat. Garland kept driving and later stopped at a residence along Highfield Chapel Road, where the resident called 911. A short time later, authorities began searching for Cease. He was found near where the vehicle had been parked with what authorities believed was a self-inflicted gunshot wound. An autopsy is scheduled. Meanwhile, Garland was airlifted to University of Louisville Hospital to be treated for her injuries. She is in serious but stable condition. Continuing in Warwick County, tragedy as a 13-year-old was killed in an ATV accident Saturday afternoon. Reports out of Evansville say Colin Clutter was killed while riding his ATV near the Warwick and Vanderburgh County lines. Reports say Clutter had been riding when he came upon a sharp turn in the road and turned too sharply, causing the ATV to roll over on top of him. Clutter was taken to St. Mary's Hospital in Evansville, where he died from his injuries. This investigation is continuing, and the Vanderburgh County Coroner's Office, along with Indiana conservation officers, are assisting Warwick County authorities. A Jasper woman faces charges after she drove into a house and wound up in another residence yard in Hayesville yesterday. DuBois County Sheriff's deputies were called to the Y at Hayesville at 10:10 yesterday morning. Sheriff's deputies say Bethel and Morris had been going west along Hayesville Road West and had just crossed US 231 when she turned south and went through the parking lot of St. Paul's Lutheran Church. Deputies say Morris continued south, running into the home of Charles Namer in the 7200 block of US 231. Deputies say Morris then left the scene and went further southbound on US 231 before partially pulling into a private driveway in the 7000 block and stopping. For an unknown reason, Morris then backed back onto US 231 and went in reverse off of the west side of the road before backing through a large ditch and coming to rest in the yard. Deputies say Morris was taken to Memorial Hospital and was later transferred to Evansville for treatment of broken ribs. She was also found to be intoxicated at the time of the crash. Morris is charged with operating while intoxicated and leaving the scene of a property damage accident. Traffic was down to one lane for half an hour as the scene was being cleaned up, and total damage was estimated around $5,000. A conflict that started on social media turned violent, leading to the arrest of a Huntingburg woman. Just after 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, Jasper police were called to the 4000 block of Reinstrasse on Jasper's north side about a reported fight. JPD says 18-year-old Callie Turner had gone to the residence to confront a younger girl over comments that she made to Turner on Facebook. Police did not say what exactly the younger girl posted. Officers say Turner went into the residence without permission and hit the other girl in the face and stomach. The two girls then continued fighting on the front porch. The younger girl later complained of pain in her face and stomach. Meanwhile, Turner was taken into custody and booked into the DuBois County Security Center. She is charged with battery with bodily injury and residential entry. And finally tonight, a special day for the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. This morning, Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz proclaimed this week as Chamber of Commerce Week in Jasper. The week is part of a statewide recognition of chambers of commerce in every community. Jasper Chamber Executive Director Nancy Eckerly says the proclamation is a great honor. She says the chamber continues to play an important role here in the community.
The chambers serve many roles. If you have a nice office like we do, you serve as a kind of a welcoming to the community where people come to the chamber first many times before they go anywhere else, and they might be looking for housing, they might be looking for a job, they might already have a job and they're looking for contacts within the community, they might just be looking for maps or be a tourist or whatever. So, the chambers definitely serve that. They also serve as a connection to the business community, and what we love to do at our chambers is to link businesses to businesses, and that helps grow them, and it also helps grow our community.
Now, this year marks the 61st anniversary of the Jasper Chamber's founding. Eckerly says the chamber is not quite to the 400-member mark yet, but that's their goal in the next couple of years. The chamber has held numerous ribbon cuttings over the last several years, including a handful already in 2015. All right, coming up after the break, Denny Spinner joins me for Monday with the Mayor and more on a Southridge athlete's college decision. We're back after this.